Today on Sound Advice, what I wanted to point out, I noticed that we always talk about pedals, and that's great, but you don't realize how much tone can be in your hands or in where you place the pick and all that. And what I've noticed lately is that a lot of my students never realize that if just by moving the pick to different points on the guitar, you're going to get different sounds. The main sound I want to show you on Sound Advice today is what I like to call a sitar, and it sounds like a sitar basically. The way I go about it is I just use my regular clean sound. So whatever you're, just plug right into your amp with a clean sound. And it's better if you have a little bit of reverb on it, and even more reverb sounds pretty cool actually. So as wet as you want to make it with reverb, but you can do it with simply just a clean sound as well. And what you want to do is you want to hold the pick close to the point, and we're going to hit the strings in the very back here as close as we can to the bridge. And let me demonstrate this, just the sound warmth difference. When I start at the back, listen to how thin it is. As I move up, it gets fatter. As I go back, it thins out. Okay, so you get the idea, the thinning, but now listen to this. When you pluck individual notes, especially if you play like a harmonic minor scale or something, you'll notice that it sounds really kind of sitar-like. Check this out, and then practice this on your own with whatever riff you want. You can take any of the exercises that you've learned here on the Ultimate Guitar Show, or any of my riffs of the week that you've gotten, and you can apply it to this. But the point is get used to doing it. Hold the pick close to the point and hit as close to the bridge as you can. Take a listen to what it sounds like. All right, on to the mailbag. Now, the mailbag, I got a couple of requests from a gentleman named Rohan from Holland. And thanks for the emails, Rohan. He wanted to do a whammy bar dive bomb, and I'm going to get to that in a future show, but he also wanted to know how to do pick slides. And basically what he said is every time he does pick slides, they don't sound very good. He actually phrased it a little differently, but basically he was saying they don't sound very nice. And he wants to sound more like Van Halen, if you will. So let's take a look at how to do a cool pick slide. I'll give you a couple of different options here. First off, definitely you want to use as much gain as possible if you want to sound like Van Halen, as well as a lot of verb, and even some delay sounds pretty cool when you do it. But there's a couple of ways to approach it. First off, we can hold the pick where we point the pointy side up towards us, lean it forward, and drag it from the 6th and the 5th string. So you're over both strings, kind of in the groove, and what you'll do is you'll drag it down. You could also reverse that and point the pick down, so that you're pointing the pick down, and drag it. And notice that my left hand is keeping the other strings quiet, so you want to pay attention to that, so that whatever strings you're not hitting are not just going to start making a lot of noise. So what I do is I typically will pull the pick up towards me, and I'll drag it from back. And then a lot of times I'll bring my left hand over and follow along by just hitting the string and pulling my finger over. So I do that kind of a double slide. And if you want to do any kind of rap or hip hop,